Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I decided that it was about time for me to go ahead and show everybody what I grabbed up on the Arrow 50% off sale that ran from mid-August to mid-September. I waited until the end of the sale to decide whether or not I was going to get any more, and I decided against it because I already had this big stack. So, why don't you guys stick around? We'll go over kind of what we got, maybe why we got them, and what I'm most excited to finally check out. Hello everyone, my name is Jeff, and welcome back to my channel, JOHNDOEJUGGALO. If this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like my daughter says, it's free and you can always change your mind later. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. This is where you're going to find me discussing my favorite things about movies and music, video games, and the physical medias that surround all of those types of mediums. So please sit back and relax and check out this next video. Alright, so I actually did get 2 of them from Amazon because Amazon was matching Barnes & Noble's 50% off sale. The other 6 I did get from Barnes & Noble, but I'm going to start off with the 2 I got from Amazon. And the main reason I got these from Amazon is because I had enough Amazon credit built up that when these went on a 50% off sale, I didn't pay anything for them. I got them absolutely free. And then I used the rest of the credit for something that's coming out later on this month. But what I grabbed from Amazon was 2 that I had been waiting all summer to go back down to $24.99. And that is Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. I'm very excited to add these movies to my collection. These are not first time watches for me. These are not movies I've not seen. They're not blind buys, nothing like that. It's just the only way I have these films currently is on the defective Blu-ray discs that came with Scream Factory. When I bought my son the big Scream Factory Friday the 13th box set, it already came with the replacement discs, so we replaced the discs for him and I kept his old ones and kind of set them next to my 8 film collection that I already had on Blu-ray. So I wanted to make sure that I grabbed these up and finished off my Friday the 13th collection. I currently have all of the Friday the 13th films on 4K that are out. I have these 2, the remake, and then part 1 and part 2. So I am all up to date with all the Jasons on 4K, and I will be watching them this Halloween season. Now the next ones that I will be watching this holiday season will be also another one of my favorite horror franchises, and that's going to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre. These 2 are the reason why the video has took so long to get here, is because I had to wait until they released before Barnes & Noble sent them to me. But I got them on release day, or close to, for half the price. So it's like buy one, get one free. I didn't really necessarily need the remake. I love the remake, but I have it on DVD still with the big collector's edition with that metal tin. I have it on a Blu-ray. I mainly got this because I did need Beginnings, and I wasn't going to buy Beginnings and not buy the remake, so I'd have the whole set. But my Beginnings is one of those infamous Warner Brother rotters, so that's why I wanted to grab these. Plus, I do really enjoy these 2 films. They're a very good companion piece, and it might be good that they'd never made another one and spoiled what was a great duology. Next up is the only chunky box that I got in this setup, and I had to grab this. I've wanted it since it released, and I was waiting for a sale, honestly. I just didn't think $60 was my price. And it didn't really go any cheaper than like $38 either. But at 50%, it was only 30 bucks. And we got Deep Blue Sea. I did not have this film in my collection at all whatsoever. So being able to add it to the collection with a very nice chunky box Arrow edition is very good by me. I don't know why my camera won't focus on any of the text on that. But it is a brand new 4K restoration from the negative in Dolby Atmos. I don't see it doesn't say here at all whether or not it has Dolby Vision. I don't think it does. I think it has Dolby Atmos. But I'm sure that this looks good, sounds good. I'm excited for it. This is one of my favorite late 90s like creature horror movies. I watched them all. Deep Blue Sea, Deep Rising, Lake Placid, you know, those were my jams. So I'm glad to have this one added as well. Now we speak of late 90s, and we can't talk about late 90s without talking about computer hackers. And no, I'm not talking about hackers. I'm talking about the ones that I grew up with. Now, this was actually in the year 2000, I believe. But, you know, late 90s, early 2000s, internet and hacking and data stealing and all that was of the utmost in storytelling. Like, they were using that story plot a lot. And they used it for one of my favorites, which is Swordfish. Now, this has got an amazing cast. It's got John Travolta, Hugh Jackman, Don Cheadle, Halle Berry, and I'm sure this looks really good. I actually did not have this film in the collection, so it's not a blind buy, but it is a first-time buy. And I almost grabbed it up at Orbit this summer, but I didn't, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because I think Orbit was selling it for like $32 and I got it for $25. So very excited to grab it for the half off, because it, again, like most of them, they don't come with Blu-rays anymore. They just come with a 4K disc now. But this one is in HDR Dolby Vision, so I bet the contrast looks really good. Next up is a 90s film that I really enjoyed growing up. My parents watched this all the time. So for me, when Arrow announced it earlier this year, I was very excited about it. No one really got the clue, and then when the clue came through, most people were mad about the movie that came from the clue because they thought it was something different. But I just recently grabbed this on VHS this summer and grabbed 2 copies of it because the 2 different VHS boxes were different textures. Like one had a pop out gloss and one didn't. And that's going to be The Long Kiss Goodnight. So not only did I first time buy this for my collection on VHS this year, I jumped right over to the 4K as soon as I could as well. And this one was another one that we got for the 50%, obviously, for only $25 because it's a $20 or it's a $50 one. Now, I did use Barnes & Noble gift cards on this order as well and took $15 off of one of these. So we can cut that and slice that any which way we want to. One of these standard slip arrows were only $10 in the grand scheme of it. And I think that this last one might fall under that category of it was only $10. This was my one blind buy in the entire stack. And I bought it because I was looking through the 52-week movie challenge that I'm doing with my buddy Huck over at Huck's Pop Culture Cafe. And there's a month coming up that is watch a Sylvester Stallone movie. And I've been trying to use this watch list as watching new movies and discovering new movies, and also watching ones in my collection. Well, my buddy Chase over at AVA Pop Culture, he was over the fence on this one. He absolutely thought that they could have done a big chunky box for this movie. The 4K looked amazing. The movie's fun. It's a good time. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about Cobra. Now, this was a new release. This was a pretty close to new release when I grabbed it on this 50% off sale. So, pretty glad to be adding this to the collection right off the rip, right from, you know, it releasing. It's very exciting. So this will be one of my watches very soon on my watch list for my 52-week movie challenge, which I'm doing pretty darn good. So far, I'm 36 for 37. I just got to watch film 37 this week and 38 this week. So, and then I think this is for like week 42 or 44. So a little ways away still, but I wanted to grab it now and not pay full price for it later. So that's gonna do it, guys. A crazy stack, but we got some of my favorite films in the best editions they've ever had, and I get to add them to my Arrow shelf and do it with all pride. Like, these are all films that I'm happy to have the best of editions, and for them to sit on the shelf with other best of editions. I feel like every film here has its own merit as to why it's a cult classic in one way or another. Now, if you guys enjoyed that, please make sure to hit the like button down below. We are heading into Halloween now, so a lot of these arrows are about to get watched by me because I'm gonna burn up my holiday Halloween season with these new 4K horror movies. If you guys bought stuff from the Arrow 4K sale, please let me know down below what it is that you picked up, because there's always great titles on from Arrow Video. That's the appeal of their company and their tag, is that they tag things that are worthy if you're into that genre, because not every film is for everyone. But Arrow Video knows how to cast a wide net and capture lots of great films. Now, if you guys have stuck around this whole video, thank you. I really do appreciate it, like always. It means the world to me that somebody would sit here and watch a video of me talk about what I bought from a sale for, 10 to 15 minutes. If you enjoy what I do here, please consider becoming a member. Here are my members that I currently have, and they are all entered for a giveaway right now that we're doing for a board game. And what the board game that we're giving away is Scream the Game. And what it entails is that you are a channel member. If you're a channel member and you give away memberships, for every channel membership you gift, you get 2 more entries to win this. And we're going to do the drawing before Halloween. We'll have a date in its own video talking about this right here. But until next time, remember everyone, we need to always keep it physical.